coming in as we're talking here.
But can we, before we do that, can we just segue from this story to the other story? Do we have that queued up?
You want to talk
About the
Ben Dixon?
Yeah, can we cue that clip up?
All right, yeah, let's do that.
Since it's in the same vein, it's in the same
Yeah.
vein.
Oh, for sure.
All right, so while Heero's queuing up the clip, there was a situation in Gold Rock, North Carolina, where a state trooper pulled over an individual. We all know what color this individual is, because if he was not that color, we wouldn't be talking about it on this channel, at least. He was pulled over. He had previously been arrested and convicted of DUI. He was
Okay, when
not.
when was that conviction?
Now I did not see that.
But it wasn't.
He
It wasn't
was,
today. It wasn't today.
No, it wasn't the day that he was pulled over. He had already done whatever he needed to do for that, but obviously it's still on his record. So the cop pulls him over, walks up to the window, is like, "Hey, I see you previously had a DUI. What does that have to do with the reason you're stopping me today, officer?"
Mm-hmm.
So the guy doesn't fight the officer. He doesn't resist. The officer yanks him out the car, puts him on the ground, handcuffs him. And this is where it gets really interesting, because this is at a racetrack gas station. So the officer allows a civilian white dude to come over here and assist him in quote unquote subduing this black gentleman, who's, by the way, already got his hands behind his back and been handcuffed. The dude isn't struggling. He isn't resisting. It's clearly going to be seen on the video. And the cop allows another dude to come over and quote unquote help with this. What in the world is going on? Let me interrupt. Shout out to Keisha. You got to go and turn your notification bell on. I had the same issue. But back to the story. So the guy's brother actually spoke to the police officer before any of this went down, because the guy was so afraid in the car. He said, "Call my big brother." So he calls the guy's big brother. The big brother pulls up, and the video footage that we're about to see is recorded from the point of view of the big brother. So, Heero, if you don't have any comments, please let that run.
All I'm going to say is shout out to the Morning Trap for bringing this to attention. This also hasn't hit mainstream media or news, but I just want to explain a little bit of context. Remember, this officer had no probable cause for stopping him other than to question him. And this is why I say you don't talk to police. You don't talk to police. I literally walk past police anytime they wave to me in the hospital, in the parking garage, because there's no reason for me to talk to a civil servant that I have not summoned. Their objective is to put you behind bars where they can make money off of you in private prisons. And if you think any other thing of it, you're a fool. And there's a high likelihood you will not be able to go back to your family. Never talk to police. There's no reason for it. If you want to have a conversation with police, you know the best place to do that? At their board meeting when you're deciding their budget. Let's play this video. Shout out to the Morning Trap, by the way, Ben Dixon. Give them a follow. And you see the office. You'll see the officer there, and what you're gonna see is a guy walk up.
Yeah. Do you see this dude on the ground struggling? Do you see him squirming? Do you see him fighting or resisting? No. You don't see any of that.
And here comes this white guy running up. Can I be of assistance? And just puts his knee into his back. George Floyd didn't even happen a year ago.
Yep. And this guy just quote unquote being a good citizen. Miss me with that. Why in the kites? Okay, if that was Heero or I, he walked up to the situation the same way, the cop would have been like, "Stop." He probably would have pulled out his weapon of choice and pointed it at Heero or I. This is what I'm saying. Is the whole world racist? No. But again, in a post George Floyd world, why do you think it's acceptable to behave this way? The fact that in the moment, I mean, look, the dude got his whole butt out. He's not squirming. He's not resisting arrest. And yet, this guy's he's having his dudes going in his pockets. And we just got some guy with a mullet coming up here to help the cop. And the cop's not saying anything. The cop didn't tell the guy. The cop's life could have been in danger, but he's like, ooh, white guy with a mullet must be here for me. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Like, and for people, if anybody comes on this channel and has a problem with what I'm saying, I don't care, because it's pretty freaking obvious. I'm just saying, it's pretty obvious. How many times have we seen? Okay, let's go back to the George Floyd video. When people look at this, the guy is getting his knees bent because the cop can't get him in the car. He thinks smacking his knees is gonna get him to get in the car. Where's your backup?
Furthermore, that is against the law to use weapons that are not designed to be used with force as items of force. Like, and that's what we're trying to get people to understand. Like, me and Eric haven't put out this video yet, but there is no reforming this. There is no trying to make this better. This person has no interest in serving black people. And as long as that's the thought process, there's no amount of teaching I could do for this guy. And you could sit here and tell me that you could sit here and tell me that, oh my God, there are people who change. Sure, but guess what? Someone who has a gun and a badge and all that other shit, a license to kill, is not someone I'm interested in having that debate with.
No. And to Heero's point, we're gonna release this video soon. We've already compiled the data, and it's very damning. And we will say that they're at a higher percentage, black people, and really black men, but black people as a whole, are pulled over more by the police than anybody else. Go freaking figure. And of those black people, guess what percentage of people are yanked out of the car? Be looking for that video, and we'll tell you. So make sure your bell's on so you can get that notification when the video's released. Shameless plug. But seriously, this is the kind of thing that we're talking about. This is why I own a gun. This is why I was so adamant about Heero having a gun. Not necessarily so he could point it at somebody who's been deputized, but if a situation like this arose, do you think for 1 second that if that's me, I'm not going to be holding a camera and recording it? What I'm going to be doing is yelling at the police officer, hey man, listen, I'm giving you 5 freaking seconds to get off this dude, or you're not going home today. What do you want to do? That's what I'm saying to the cop. I'm not playing with these people anymore. I'm not playing with them anymore. See, the problem is why they keep doing this is because instead of this dude having his gun and putting the cop's life in danger, he doesn't even have the flash of his life ending. He's recording a video, and if you fast forward back to the end of the clip, you see the little IG post from the big brother, the guy who's recording this. He was saying, man, it was so defeated. It made me so sad. He's so defeated. He said, man, the only thing we can do is go to work and go home and try to avoid these people. You can't avoid them. They're looking for you. They're looking for you. This guy was waiting on that. And this is yeah, shout out to the comment. Yeah, click on that. Man, that video hurt to watch. My job as big brother is to protect my little brothers. How the hell I protect them from the police though? Like, this isn't okay. It doesn't matter if he is a white police. Yes, it does. Don't even say that. See, you're already giving him an out. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. This defeated attitude.
No, I'll take it. A black cop, a white cop, Mexican cop, don't matter. All cops are bad. Because
we're not going to debate that at all. Because there's no debating.
The thing that I want to point out to it, the reason why he can say it doesn't matter, because a black cop, like, we've seen black cops do this to black people.
Yes, 100%. And just to finish the post, this is the fact that you beat my brother while he was cuffed. Um, bothers me deeply, and the fact that my brother is screaming to call me hurts me like I can't really explain what I'm supposed to do, little bruh. This is the only thing I could have done. I couldn't have stood and watched. Lesson for the day: fall in love with staying out of the way. That's the safest way to be. Go to work, go home. No, until they understand that there's an actual physical consequence for this ignorance and stupidity, they're going to continue to do it. Listen, all it takes is the next time that happens, somebody just dumps an entire magazine in this dude and then takes that L and say, yes,
and he would
I
have
would
defense.
do it again. You know
He
why?
would have a defense.
Because the black man goes home today to his family after being accused of no crime and arrested for foolishness, and this guy's family has to take an L.
No, there would be a defense.
Instead of the big bro. Exactly. And you think
defense,
for 1 second that these dudes wouldn't think twice about it, that they be looking over their shoulder, that they be stiff arming anybody that rolled up on them. Until they know their life's in danger, they're not freaking doing anything contrary to what they're already doing. And this is the point listen, what's that movie, The Network, 1976? People were sticking their head out of the window and said, I'm mad as hell and I'm not gonna take it anymore. Until everybody takes on that mindset, none of this stuff matters. We can get on here and yell in the camera, but I'm telling you right now, if I see it, it's a problem.
The defense would be
see
simple.
it as a problem.
The defense would be simple. Your Honor, George Floyd. I didn't want him to be George Floyd. Like when remember, and you could sit here and say, oh, Tamir Rice was shot in under 2 seconds. And this is once again one of those situations I wish I had my superpower, where I would just show the fuck up and be like,
and ragdoll him,
and just ragdoll, like no excuses. It's just something I want to be able to do. But like, shout out to the Trap for bringing this to our attention. It was so motivational and it was so powerful.
Shout out to Mondale.
It just made us we had a visceral reaction to it, so we knew we had to talk about it. And once again, we're talking about something that hasn't showed up on the news yet. So
I wonder why.
Man,
there's no more racism now that Biden's in office. No, this is starting to make me upset. If the mainstream media is not going to report this anymore because Biden's in office, we got the orange man racists out, and now we got the not orange man racists in, and all that can be swept under the rug. No, we need to make a bigger stink about this stuff. Like this stuff can't ride no more. I'm over it. I'm done with it.
You want to cool down? You want to go to the last form of our justice?
No, we just roll, because I'm already starting to sweat, bro. I'm just telling you right now.
All right, everybody, let's take 5 seconds just to catch our breath real quick.
All right, let me take 5 seconds. You know what'll make me happy if I read some of the comments. We got a lot of people in here commenting.
Comments, man.
So let me read some comments before we get to this next one. That way I'll bring my blood pressure will come down a little bit. So we got the booth bosses in here. Somebody on Twitch. I don't know who you are. Some random user. Yes, we do want to be famous, but we're not gonna follow you. So Keisha says, hit him in the budget. Hey, I'm always gonna vote for touching them pockets. Why is it such excessive force? We know why. Because this cop feared for his life because the unarmed, currently arrested black man with his hands behind his back was so freaking dangerous. Mm-hmm. So, again, ridiculous force. Shout out to Jesse. Listen, no education to become a cop, just a skills test. Shout out to the booth boss for that. I mean, American officers need to learn from our international officers because this is now part of our of our lives. And shout out to the soon-to-be doc for that. Yeah, again, we definitely need an education requirement, and we need to stay applying pressure to all these government officials. Somebody, Keisha, laughing at me. He got it on his shirt like he went Hulk. Yeah, this is just my scoop neck rag top. Don't laugh at me. This is my workout shirt. It's all good. So yes, shout out to little bro Jesse. He said it takes heat to make change. So Nafi said she can alter the budget. Yeah, let's get up in there.
But this was a story. This is our opinions on it. We'd love to hear what you guys think about this. Put it down in the comment section. Hey, we're trying to get this number from 298 to 300. One other thing that's really annoying is that by the time this goes up, we've already been at 300, and this bullshit is gonna sound like super condescending. So let's go for 350. I'm talking future tense right now, baby. 350. Let's get it out there. But my name's Heero. That's Eric, and we just here to identify with you guys, man. So keep on supporting us. Support that small YouTube fame, and we'll keep bringing you quality content. That's our goal. And if we hit our goal, we'll get y'all on the phone lines. Phone lines, baby. Phone lines.
Line.
Seems like every night. Don't care who's wrong or right. I hope the end is sight. Slow it down and we can catch the vibes.